moved this way, or it would just be moved this way on the belt line. So this does not move, but it does move. You have these belt straps, these belt loops. These buttons are really tight right now, but you have all this. You have all this movement right through there, and that helps when you sit down. The hardware moves, but the holster stays where it's supposed to be. This moves, but the holster stays. So you get a holster like this, it stays exactly how you set it, straight up and down, and in the location left and right that you originally put it in, which is awesome. Another thing that I really remember, how I was talking about how I cut this down so I could maybe get my thumb back there. Look at the difference. This way is the top of the gun. So you can see that the sweat guard is quite a bit bigger, and I'm not catching my skin holstering the gun. Right here, I would always pinch my skin. Does not happen on here because the sweat guard, you're already funneling the light in the muzzle right here above where it makes contact with you. So that was a big thing. And I noticed that I wasn't scratching myself pulling this holster out with, grabbing so hard and slapping the gun to get it out of the holster fast. And then you can check out, look how smooth these edges are. I don't know if you can tell, but I mean, it is just no fuzz, just super smooth. I mean, really accurate. Some people have talked about and this is the Beacon 2, have talked about it may close a little bit on the reholster. I mean, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I probably drew from this thing, literally probably over 100 times yesterday and reholstered. It does take some getting used to on the reholster. You definitely got to flex your hips forward, thrust your hips forward, and pull your gut in to, make sure that you look the gun into the holster. And it does funnel in a little differently than the other holster. But man, it slides right in and comes right out. I mean, this is just a really kick-ass holster, and I really can't get enough of it. It definitely makes me want to get more of their products for maybe my 5-inch MMP. But I mean, I love it. It's just awesome. They did such a good job. So you've seen where the new holster was sitting. So I'll show you how the old holster set. So this one is a lot easier to put on and take off. You just slap it in there and it buckles onto the belt. Clear gun once again. So you can see it has a larger mouth in which to accept the gun, and it has a really sluggish entry and exit because it doesn't have a really positive click retention on the light on this one. So it's just kind of really sluggish and really kind of sappy, I guess. I don't know. It just doesn't go click like the TXC holsters does. Also, it doesn't look like there's not that much difference, but there's a whole lot of difference in this right here. So it does sit closer to the body, and it turns in a lot harder than the other one. But look at all that movement. I mean, it is just ridiculous. And then after a while, it'll be over here. It'll creep up over here. And each time, I like to go in this V right here. And so, I don't have a proprioceptive index like my belly button to be right here. So if this thing moves after I've gotten so used to it being right here, If this is in a different location, then, you know, say if it's canted this way, that's going to make my draw different, and it's not going to be good. So we'll put the TXC holster back on. These snaps are really, really tight, but I imagine that over time they will get better. And like I said, it takes a little bit more effort to put the holster on. It's easier. I found that it's easier to undo my belt, because that's another thing. Your jeans ride up behind the belt in the belt strap. So I take my belt loose and I hook the snaps, and you can see that this thing is not moving. It's not going left or right, and it's not tilting this way or that way. It is a little different. You can't just drop it in there like the other holster, which is okay. It is okay for me, because I need to be mindful and not go through the motions with my reholster and just try and jam the gun in here. If it's harder to get this gun in here, it's actually a good thing for me. This is the only thing that really matters, is how fast you can get it out. Reholstering it, whenever you're reholstering it, your work is done. So you can take all the time in the world you want to reholster. Do not try and reholster fast. But you can see that there is more room right here, and I can just feel it. And this little bit turned out, it prints a little more, but I mean, it's just way better to draw. So we'll see if we can do a draw stroke, and I don't know if you've watched my previous videos if you can actually tell the difference. So we'll do one like we normally do, but we're going to do it with the TXC Holster Beacon 2 with M&P 2.0 9mm with a APLC Enforced Light. It just the draw stroke in that positive click, it just it's really nice. I can't really put it into words. I mean, it's pretty freaking quick. And your holster does make a difference. I believe that now. For the longest time, I thought that I was just plateaued at how fast I can draw. I thought I was just getting worse on my draw. I really had some, if you watch the previous videos, I'd have really rough days. I would have, some better than others, but I just was kind of planed out and wasn't doing any better. And I thought maybe it was just because, lack of outside training, or, just maybe I just sucked. But whenever I first drew from this holster, I mean, it was just, it was like night and day. So I feel like, your equipment does have a lot to do with your performance. And it really speaks volumes that this holster in particular, I mean, it's got a really good feel to it. It's really smooth. It's high quality, and I recommend them to anybody. I mean, I wanted to support Texas, but I mean, Texas has some cool shit. So if you're looking for a holster, you need to check out TXC holsters. Man, they're really, really slick and really smooth. And sitting down, no problem. I can even lean up if I want to. It doesn't bother me. Probably adjust it just a little bit, move it over. But TXC holsters has really, really impressed me. I've seen some of the negative reviews on their site, and I was like, some of that stuff is either inexperience or just nitpicking or bitching, just trolling. Man, firsthand, I got the holster right here. I'm wearing it, and it's super comfortable. It's an excellent holster. It came quickly, and they have some cool ass options. They sent me a badass TXC sticker. That may seem kind of small to most people, but I like stickers, and I think that's a nice touch to be able to give stickers. I got an ice box in here in the studio that is full of stickers. But yeah, give them a try. They're not that expensive. You can get the quick ship option where you can buy, like say you have, like me, I have like if you have an M&P that's not light bearing, you don't have a light on it, and you can get a quick ship option for say an M2.0, whatever, and they have a bunch of those made up. So try them out. I definitely am going to get some more, get another holster from them for my other pistol, and I'm really excited to see what that's all about, and maybe even talk to them about doing a outside the waistband holster for me, maybe like a range rig holster. But anyway, if you have any questions, this is kind of like a rambling review type thing. Never done a real review before, so I'm sure this was long. They're at 22 minutes, so I won't take any more of your time. If you have any questions, just contact me or get with Tyler at TXC Holsters on Instagram or their website. He responds back to you on the Instagram messaging, and he comments on your post when you tag him in them. That really means a lot to a little guy like myself. That's really cool. You know, that speaks a lot for the guy's personality and his ability to connect with his customers and his followers. So good job, brother. Good luck in the future. I know you're going to make it big. Anyways, y'all have a good day and go get some training, practice, ask questions. Just make sure it's the right questions.